If you're watching this, my PlayStation is trying to overheat. I swear, every time I'm trying to stream or do something to progress my content creation, it's always little things. Every time. I'm not trying to do that.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game.
Oh, this is a key game too. Hey, shout out to Hall of Fame. Shout out Scoob. Shout out me. Shout out to Boy Nicole.
It's game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get
That's the reason why I'm out here. You said like.
Greg Anthony and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to the other two people who like the post.
Stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Look at the Mavericks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when I look at the Timberwolves, they're obviously trending
Got
in
the
a
cat tripping in the background,
but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Alperen Sengun out there with Tari Eason. And it's Whitmore in at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, front court spots.
I gotta get him, where is it? Increase Jaden McDaniels. That's what I'm gonna force it to.
By McDaniels and Towns. Prophet is out there with Edwards, and it's Reed in at the center. Something we talked about not too long ago was MP's mission to be the best of his rookie class. Really trying to distinguish himself.
Well, MP certainly is playing well, especially for a rookie. But I think he could be doing more to show he's truly elite. He'll have to continue that tireless work ethic.
I let my team cook so I could just go crazy later.
And they're off to a hot start in their NBA Cup, currently 2-0.
Yeah, they're in a good position, but a win tonight puts them into a great position. 3-0 probably means you're into the next round. Everything to play for here at home.
And then for Houston, this is their 3rd group play game. And with a 1-1 record, this is really a must-win contest.
And with this one, being on the road, it
I was kind of late, I'm not gonna lie.
They're going to have to fight to stay alive in this NBA Cup.
I was about to be selfish.
Here's Van Fleet after the basket by Minnesota. High post, Sengun. He's against Reed. Van Vliet looking around. 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Green. Hands it from downtown.
Not even thinking.
He didn't have to.
About it. When Green is
I thought it was my fault.
You know he's feeling it.
Here's the Prophet. His last outing, we saw him 4 in 22. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Sengun GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's the Prophet. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. McDaniels passes to the Prophet. Back to McDaniel. Here's Reed. From outside, off the mark.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Eason passes to Green.
Oh, I gotta go so far.
Good, and it's Green.
I should have told somebody else to switch.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. Van Vliet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Pass to Towns. Eason grabs the board.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deep.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
I only got 14,120 some odd games.
The previous play is
in the neighborhood. I don't be fouled.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with
slap of the wrist.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Yep.
For just the immense speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action
That's
really
okay.
is, and how hard
I'm
it
using
can
timeout.
sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call.
So you only got 2 in the last 3 minutes of the game.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you gotta acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against Portland.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Outside, Green. Eason with a screen for Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Right wing.
Oh, I messed up.
Here's the Prophet. Green
I messed
with the
up.
rebound.
Messed up everything.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston.
The Kyrie floaters
They
are so
trail by
fast.
1. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves. Green with a screen for Eason. Buries it from three-point range. Eason's got 5.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker. I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. And Reed has it in the corner. It's Edwards on the wing. Over Green. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
I held triangle. Got us.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Eason.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets.
I should have icon triangle.
To set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And so Chris
I'm just gonna
for the
hit this game one time.
He's made the decision. He wants to
Call it
huddle
a
up
night.
with his guys. Some changes for Minnesota. Garza's checked in, and it's Joe Ingles in for Karl Anthony Towns. The Rockets also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Green comes in for Tari Eason. And Shepard subbed in for Green.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Thompson passes to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's the Prophet. Nothing on the board. Now, Alexander Walker. To the right wing. Here's the Prophet. The rebound by Shepard.
Well, if you have the space, You have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of... And if you're just joining...
Oh, that's not gonna
Yes, we've played through one quarter in this one.
We're playing
And
with
a moment now to
Superstar.
quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another thing, coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Conley. Then it's the Prophet. And it's Garza.
That gather was trash.
That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Green kicks to Van Vliet.
Made my release.
Launches a 3. Rebound by Alexander-Walker. Timberwolves trail by 6. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And here's Ingles outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Not
And they're
gonna
off to
pass it to you,
Philadelphia after
Joe.
this game as they'll
You
take on the
watch.
76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
That's a steal.
Van Vliet against Conley. Back to Van Vliet. Adams sets the pick for Van Vliet. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Now that we're around the midway point of this NBA Cup stage, here's a look at how the standings are shaping up.
Yeah, it's been a really fun tournament to watch, especially when you see just how much the fans get into it. And we've still got a number of games to go.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Whitmore's checked in. Here's the Prophet, covered by Van Vliet. Deflects the pass, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets leading by 6. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Thompson. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Down low, McDaniels scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Outside, Green. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Conley against Van Vliet. 20 feet out. Şengün, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
The Prophet passes to Towns.
Oh my goodness. Just
Oh,
bounced.
and a fast break for the Rockets. Şengün,
Good
no good.
contest.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Green finds Whitmore. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
They shouldn't have rotated so far.
Whitmore's got his first
Nobody
bucket of
got
the
lost.
game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, triple.
And he drives in, and
Oh.
stolen by Şengün. Here's Thompson. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Pass to Towns. Outside Conley. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, Give Conley the
He
ball
only
and
scored 3
trust
points
him
and
to make the right decision.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Foot on the gas, MP. Get in there.
Back to Whitmore. Pass to Green. Over Edwards. They get it again.
oh my
Kicks it
god, I
out to
couldn't get the
Van
box
Vliet.
out.
Şengün with a screen on McDaniels. Another miss by Houston. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Reed. Now here's Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the Prophet. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to
That's one of
fall
my
in
go-to
opening
shots
quarter,
for
but you
real.
can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Oh,
Van Vliet left side. Stolen by Reed. Takes it inside. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's the Prophet. And the 3 off target. And that's it
I
for the
wasn't
first half of action.
focused.
What's
I
been a
wasn't
very close game
focused.
here. The Timberwolves on top. They finish off the second quarter on a 50.
I should have been able to hit that.
To 5 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Glad you could join us. The story tonight for the Houston Rockets through 2
Ooh,
quarters,
shout out to the one.
a tightly contested matchup.
If I could highlight one area where they should spend more time, actually it's already painted. Get into the post, take easier shots.
All right, fellas. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Tari Eason.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
So on the floor for Houston. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Whitmore is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. And the defense of the Timberwolves.
Oh my goodness, I should have ooped it. No.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter,
Same look.
David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Here's the Prophet.
I missed.
He drains the quick shot.
Damn.
The Prophet's got his third
The
basket
visual
of the
took
night.
so long to
Rockets trail
load.
by 4. Outside, Green.
Come on, I'm through already.
From outside the arc.
Out of his
Minnesota
ass.
with the rebound.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team
Oh,
is struggling
who
as a
the
result.
is that?
Green with the ball. Now guarded by the Prophet. 2 points. That one goes.
Once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
Towns a screen on Van Vliet. Here's the Prophet. 8 points for him. And that one is good.
Well, that's taking full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Green finds Eason. Clock at 6. Green inside.
Oh, he got his own board in front of 4.
Wow, came this close to a 4-point play.
He almost hit that and one is crazy.
That one is on Towns. The Rockets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free
I
throw
need
attempts up to
another
this.
assist. I need another couple assists. 37. Let me get
That free throw missing.
right here.
Instead, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally, I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those
are you
things that I
serious?
would take, Nikola Jokic.
I'm not even calling for that. What I need to call
Houston's
for that
gone
for?
0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your
I must
average
be
wing.
too tired or
It's a
something.
different type of matchup.
That made no sense.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Free throw good, Whitmore. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Houston making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Clock at 4. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5.
I
Shooting
can
here in
see
the third quarter.
the Rockets getting that Cooper kid.
Here's the Prophet. He's got 10. Outside Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's good.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
Here's the Prophet, covered by Van Vliet. The Prophet passes to Reed for 3. Edwards.
Hey, he gonna shoot that
The
though.
Timberwolves again can't hit.
And the rebound battle
The last one wasn't contested in that.
And it's Green with the jam.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
Here's Reed. Whistle blows. Basket is good.
Crazy.
So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Gotta love 2K.
It's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story.
Running 2K plays.
Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Towns.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reid can play the 5 and hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
Pass to Van Vliet. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 5. Thompson inside the line, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And their defense has taken a turn for the worse here in the second half, allowing way too many easy looks.
Reid with a screen for Edwards. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it's a great finish! Oh, my. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Van Vliet outside. Front past the arc. Ingles with the rebound.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Pass to Edwards. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And Green gets it to go.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Rockets lead by 3.
I need to tighten up. I got like 5 turnovers. 6 turnovers.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, terrific.
They took me out.
Big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Jeff Green. Jalen Green's checked in for Thompson. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Shepard. The forwards are Edwards and McDaniels. Prophet is out there with Conley. And it's Reid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Sinks the triple.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Reid, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's why he only got 1 foul in the fourth quarter.
Let's get your take on the hustle stats for Houston.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Şengün's checked in for Adams.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Şengün with the screen for Green. Houston gets it back for 3. Van Vliet. That one misses.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's the Prophet. Here's McDaniels. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Reid is so tough to contend with inside. Knows how to put a defender in a tough spot.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's the Prophet, and the layup is good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And just a great job converting those second chance points. as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Damn.
It's rebounded by Houston.
Slightly fast.
Van Vliet with it. Now defended by the Prophet.
Good pass.
Pass to Eason. Houston moving it around. Stolen by
Yes,
McDaniels.
sir.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. The Prophet passes to Edwards.
I hate when it doesn't
Over
try.
Green.
Get in there.
And good as it rattles through the hoop. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Here's Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight.
Owning the moment. Şengün gets those much-needed points.
Pass to Reed. 1:16 left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. The 8-footer. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, guarding Reed is hard. This guy is a big who can hit threes. He can drive the ball, beat you inside. So you have to track him all over the floor.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Looking to get back on track here, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the
Try to challenge it.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to
they got
it
a
soon
foul.
enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
Here's the Prophet. 54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Reed against Şengün. To the inside. Here's Edwards. Count it.
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down. Run our plays. We'll see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up missing both free throws. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
And a wide-open look for Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Get mine back.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
They got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. And they go to the intentional foul. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Great win tonight, MP.
since I didn't do it the first game. It's on All-Star. It's supposed to be a Superstar. Whoa. Y'all hear that? My PlayStation might overheat.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You take a look at the Kings. Still early, but they have the third best record in the conference. Here we go. And of course, here are the Timberwolves. Back 2.5 games.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, at this point, you really need to focus on blocking out negative energy. You have to play for one another. There's still time to turn things around.
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, Cat in at power forward with Reed at center. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. And it's the Prophet in at the point guard position. Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
Here's the Prophet, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Pass to Towns. Now Reed. Just 5 on the clock. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's McLaughlin. He's averaging about 6 points per game. DeRozan with the ball.
Kings are tough.
Outside
Kings
Monk.
are gonna be tough.
Sabonis with a screen on Edwards. And it's Monk missing. First quarter and about 1.5 minutes in. Here's the Prophet. Pass to Towns. Outside Reed. Here's the Prophet. Edwards looking for an opening. Shoots over Monk. Edwards can't hit.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. And in the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. Now here's DeRozan. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Shoots over Monk. The rebound by Murray.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
No.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. DeRozan against McDaniels. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 6.
And DeRozan is fearless, not afraid of getting inside and going up to score.
Reed sets a screen. Pass to the Prophet. Back to Edwards. Monk with a steal. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. DeRozan outside, picked by Murray. Now here's Sabonis. 4 on the clock. And Sabonis slams it in.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Reed sets a screen. To the middle. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has welcomed Anthony Edwards to a co-starring role on the Wolves. Towns said, quote, "I never wanted to be a bad vet. I wanted to be one of the successful stories that brought the best out of the young guy, and I think I've done a great job of supporting Ant." Brian, reminiscent of how KG helped him years back, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Monk. DeRozan outside. Murray, a screen on Towns. Here's McLaughlin. 3-pointer. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
1:56 left in the first quarter. The Prophet, the pass to Towns. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Towns gets the bucket.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Garza's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for Edwards. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Lyles, he's checked in for Murray. Diallo comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Herter's checked in for Monk. And Ellis is subbed in for McLaughlin. Here's the Prophet. The Kings getting their last shot to go. Conley passes to Garza. Here's the Prophet. Pass to Towns. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sacramento leading by 3. Outside Herter. Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Conley. Now Sabonis. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And Sabonis just rolling off that pick, ready to make any kind of play.
Here's the Prophet. Pass to Garza. Outside Conley. Out to the wing. Pulls it from 20. Good as the jump shot falls. The Prophet's got 6.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Ellis passes to Diallo. Down low. Here's Sabonis. Rebound Minnesota.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's the Prophet. And there's the drive. And that one's good. Now just a 1-point Kings lead.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Sacramento on top, up 1. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Sacramento.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Taking a look at Sacramento, we've got Trey Lyles, also DeMar DeRozan out there, and it's Robinson in at the center position.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively.
Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's the Prophet. Herder defending the Prophet. Drills it from deep.
I was going to
11
say.
points in the game.
Stop it. An incredible move to shake his man. Getting the defender on his heels, doing the rest with ease.
Ellis passes to Herder. DeRozan looks it over. Launches it.
If anybody ever plays this back, they're
Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
What impresses me most about DeRozan is his footwork, especially when he's operating around the mid-range.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not
3
every
of them?
vet wants
That's what
to
he
accept
called
a
him for? 3
mentorship
of them?
role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role
Rattle
becomes
all
a blend
3.
of playing and kind
No
of coaching.
switchers.
Not everyone is cut out for that.
And Minnesota making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Here's the Prophet.
Stop playing.
The kick out to Conley. Pass to the Prophet. McDaniels with it. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Lyles. The Kings leading. Ellis passes to Herder. They set the pick. Here's Ellis. Outside Herder. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings. Came away with a win.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
Oh, helpers, bruh. I should have made that, though.
DeRozan outside to the paint. Pass
If
to
you got my
Herder.
back, I got yours.
Here's Ellis. Releases. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Timberwolves trail. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. And it's the Prophet missing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Lyles' shot is good. Lyles has got his first
And
3
they're just
points of the
spraying
game.
right over the
That's
top
pretty
of
much
me.
not
It's
how they
crazy.
want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
No, that's okay, though. Looking at this whack-ass replay, it's okay. He even got to release before I got there.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust, and Minnesota with some changes. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Garza, and it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. And a new group getting ready for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Lyles. Murray comes in for McDaniels. Monk, he's checked in for Herter, and it's McLaughlin in for Ellis. Pass to Monk. The three is up. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Edwards. It's good. Edwards. What strength.
No finish.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Murray. DeRozan outside. Sabonis with a screen on Edwards. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan with the power move.
So smart with the ball. DeRozan works the pick and finds an opening.
Here's the Prophet. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston. McDaniels from long range. Sinks the tray. McDaniels got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Monk.
Screen. No shot.
Picked by Murray. Monk with it. He's picked up by Conley. Here's Murray. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Well, Brent, in his short career, Keegan Murray has shown flashes of stardom.
Yeah, and I think BA coming in, the idea was that Keegan Murray is going to be a complimentary wing shooter, and he's shown that he can do just that. He's taking strides as a defender, but his ability to shoot the ball and have confidence this early in his career, that's impressive.
And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher there. That was a case where every single thing that could have gone wrong for them, it showed up.
Let's go now to the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Reed's checked in for Conley. The Kings also with a sub. Herter's checked in.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Murray passes to Monk. Outside Herter. Here's McLaughlin. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. McLaughlin's got his second basket of the night.
How do I get over
they keep
using
capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's the Prophet. He's got 14. Inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and rolls. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Well, what elevates Sabonis is his team-first mentality. He's looking to pass. He's looking to help. He wants to set screens to get guys open. He just wants everyone to be successful.
And Sabonis drops them both. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Edwards. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Sacramento on top, up by 3.
Be putting
And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
That's what needs to be patched. Real player percentage. Everybody should be timing layups. So what if you miss?
And greetings from the 2K studios. Here at halftime, the Sacramento Kings in a tight game.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media.
I'm going to get up out of here.
All right, Court Cam Sam.
Appreciate everybody that came through. Like I said, shout out to all the fame. Shout out Scoob, Made.
Well, I think
everybody always supports through chat.
That belongs on daytime.
Checks out.
But me, I'm built for the big screen.
Stop playing, Kenny. You know they
I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. Hopefully,
nobody calls you that.
I'm gonna air dust my PlayStation.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson.
Hopefully it doesn't try to overheat on me tomorrow. Blessings, y'all. And catch y'all. Smooth.